Alrighty, guys, welcome. Going back to 1997. No, 2017. Wow, where'd that come from? I don't know. Whoa, Nilly. Actually, going back to 2017 Washington Nationals. Status Pro Advanced here, and I'm going to switch things up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually we're going to have a setup like this, but we're going to be using the Lewis Center research part of that, so we can get our out results, our infield, or our CD checks and stuff from that. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to switch away from the percentile dice. I like that. It's the only issue is, having to calculate that out for every player every time, which can, kind of slow down the game and stuff. So I'm going to go back to what they normally do. If you use the dice version, you're going to take a 6-sided dice, special colored one. Just has to be different colored than your normal ones. All right. And on a 1, that means you're going to check for an error. And if you roll a 6, then you're going to look at the 2 6-sided dice. If it goes from 2 to 9, I'm sorry, 2 to 8. It goes from 2 to 8. You're going to check You're going to check a clutch defense, and if it goes from 9 to 12, then you're going to check clutch batting. And if all 3 of these are the same, then it'll be a Z chance. So hopefully that won't ever happen, because I hate the Z chances. And then of course you got your regular 2d6, which are red, black, then purple. So this would be let's change it so we can see. So that would be a 7. That'd be a 16, right? So you just roll these 3, right? So it's going to be a 6, so that means it's going to be a check. And this is going to be a 6, so it'd be a CD check. And then we would flip our Lewis Research Center, and it would tell us to go check, depending on, let's say Trey Turner's up against the right-hander. He's an RP, so an RP is going to be a check of the left fielder right there. So hopefully that'll speed things up. Plus, it'll also have the runner advancement, single runner on first, single runner on second, double runner on first, and then the challenge results there. And so I think that'll help speed things up a little bit. Hopefully you guys will follow along as we go. So we're in game number, what game number is this? Well, we are, what's our current record? We're 2-2, so this is game number 5. It's going to be Guthrie versus Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola was 0-0, 18.00 ERA, so he did not have a good outing. In real life, this is a beatdown. The Phillies put the beatdown on the Nationals, 17-3. So hopefully we can do a little bit better than they did in real life. And we'll see how things go. So first things first, we need to roll our check for the pitchers at Philadelphia. So first thing, Aaron Nola. And he rolled an 83, and that's just barely. 24 to 83 is normal. So Aaron Nola is actually going to be normal. And now Jeremy Guthrie, he rolled a 77. So both of them are going to be normal, which definitely helps speed things up because you don't have to worry about, we can just look at the numbers there. Aaron Nola, 2-7 lefties, 2-7 right-handers. Again, that's the 2 white dice. This is our modifier dice, and then, of course, these are regular dice. So Trey Turner's up first. And actually, I guess we should actually go play this game from Saturday, April 8th. And we should game simulcast it for y'all. And we should do something like click on our teams. There we go. There's the starting lineups for y'all. And, of course, I'm going to minimize that. Bring it back up. Because Steam wants to be a jerk. All right. We will not let the computer run access to anything. There's your starting lineups. Let's play ball. Oh, look at those. All right. So, of course, we're going to be manually inputting our data. So Trey Turner, Aaron Nola, righty versus righty. So I'll go through a couple really slow. So first thing we're going to always look at is the red dice. 1 or 6, it's not, we just ignore it then. Next thing we're going to look at is the 2 white dice. Is that in the pitcher's range, 2 to 7? Yes, it is. So we're going to look on the pitcher card, 55 versus a right-hander, and 55 is an out. Result, Trey Turner is an RP, so we just flip the card, and it says ground G6A, out, right? So it's just going to be a ground ball, out, and Trey Turner's done. All right, we go to Adam Eaton, and I'll do one more, and then hopefully you'll catch on to what we're doing here. This is 1, so that means we're going to be checking for an error at the end of the play. 5, it's going to come off a Nola versus a lefty. 34, left-hander, and that is a strikeout. No error check needed because that is a strikeout of Adam Eaton. And that brings up Bryce Harper. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first. And that's going to be a 4, so nothing. 7, so it's coming off a Nola. Lefty, and an 11 is going to be an infield hit for Bryce Harper. So Harper with a 2-out base hit. Harper is a D-plus stealer, so he'll probably not go anywhere. I don't think there's stealing on this little chart, unfortunately. So that means I do need to get out the old steal chart, which I happen to have right here. So, we have that available to us if we need it. So, just set that, I don't know, somewhere over right there, I guess. All right. So it brings up Daniel Murphy, and we have 2 outs in the top of the first. A 3, so we can ignore it. 7 is coming off a Nola. Left-hander and a 45 left-hander, and that is a strikeout just in the range. And so that is going to be it for the top of the first, and that's it. We go to the bottom of the first. Quick and simple, and I like it. So that's what we're going to keep doing. Cesar Hernandez against Jeremy Guntry. Now, Guntry is a right-hander. So 6, he's a 2 to 10, by the way. So a lot of chances are going to come off of his card. But a 12 is not going to be good against the switch-hitting lefty. So 12 is going to be base hit into left field. So a single by Cesar Hernandez. He's a B-plus stealer. Guntry at hold is a C-rater. That's can't be good. So B-plus and a C takes him to an A. So Cesar Hernandez is thinking about stealing, and sure enough, he's going to go on the pitch. Let's see what happens. Cesar Hernandez rolls a 33. Steal his second 33. Says Double A, B, and C steals. So there you go. It's going to be a stolen base by Cesar Hernandez. That brings up Howie Kendrick. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. 6. So since it's a 6, we're going to look at these 2 dice. And it's a 7. So that means it's going to be a CD check. So we're going to check the CD for Howie Kendrick. And against a right-hander, he's an RN. So we'll flip the thing to C. RN says check the left fielder. Hopefully my little highlight shows up for you guys. So we're going to check the left fielder. That's Jason Worth. And, of course, we need our CD charts. So let's get these out. I'll be using these quite a bit. Outfielder is Worth. What is Worth? Worth is worth. Left field. He's worth a 4 is what he's worth. So 4 in the outfield, and we got us a 68. 4 into 68. It's in the column by itself. 68. Knocks down a gapper. Single. Runners advance 1 base. So it knocks down the gapper and is able to keep it from going all the way to the wall, and that's going to keep the runners from just moving up 1 base, and now it's runners at the corners. Nobody out. So defense is going to come in halfway, all the way around the infield for Adrubal Herrera. 2 on, nobody out. And that is going to be a 6, so it's coming off a Guntry. 51, left-hander, 51, and that is going to be base hit into right field. A single into right. 45 to 62. And that is a 51 left-hander. So base hit into right. So we're going to look at runner at first. We're going to see if he can go to third. It came off of the pitcher card. So we're going to look at this first line here. And it'll tell us. And it was a 15. The RN number, random number was a, I'm sorry, it was a 51, which is odd. So on the odd results, single on first, so flip the card and it goes to second. So he will go to second on the single, and just like that, the Phillies are up 1-0. And they have runners at first and second with nobody out. Miguel Franco's up, and Gantry against Franco. And that is a 5. It's coming off a Gantry's card. Right-hander, 28. Right-hander, and that's base hit into left field. Base hit into left, and we got the same situation here. 28. That's going to be an even number. Runner is going to go to third. Both runners are going to advance 2 bases, and whoa, Gantry's about ready. They're getting somebody warmed up already. And it's 2-0. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first, and runners at the corners. And that brings up Michael Saunders. Gantry, he was, he was 0-1. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. This is in real life, folks. This is in real life stuff here. This is off his card at the bottom. So, Jeremy Gantry, 0-1. He pitched 2/3 of an inning total. He gave up 6 hits, 4 walks, no strikeouts, and an ERA of 135.0. 135.0. So he's not going to be in my game much longer, as it's 2-0, and Michael Saunders is up. So we can ignore that. It's an 11, so it's going to come off a Saunders card, and that is a 41, right-hander 41. And that is a strikeout. So he did better in our replay than he did in real life, because he didn't have a strikeout at all in real life. Whew. All right, double play gets us out of this mess. Come on, Tommy Joseph, whatever your name is. Coming off a Gantry again, 33. That's not good. 33 is going to be a single into center field. Single into center field, and it was a 33, so that is an odd result off the pitcher card. Odd result off the pitcher card means just 1 base advance. And there you go. It's 3-0, and still only 1 out. And that's going to be it for Gantry, as in real life, he didn't last long either. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. 6 hits, 10 runs, 4 walks, a 135 ERA. So that's going to be it, and it's going to be Enny Ramiro is going to come in. Ramiro, the left-hander, coming in as, wow, Jeremy Gantry gets shellacked and probably sent down to the minors and never comes back up after that horrible start. And who are we looking for? We're looking for Ramiro. Here he is, Enny Ramiro, and for the Nationals. So now we got to see what kind of day Ramiro is going to have. 54, so just a normal day. All right, so 2 on, 1 out for Enny Ramiro, the lefty, against Cameron Rupp, the right-hander. And that's a 6, so that's going to be a check, and that's an 8, so that is going to be a CD check. A 17, a CD check, so we're going to flip the card, CD check. And he is Rupp against the lefties in RN. So that's a F7 again. So that is Worth again. And he is also 4 again. So hopefully Worth can do something here. 17 and a 4. And that is going to be great catch by Jason Worth as a sinking line driver tries to get in there. Diving stop by the outfielder. Runners will hold. F7. And Worth trying to keep his team close enough in this one. We're in the bottom of the first, and the starting pitcher already out for the Phillies. He gave up 10 runs in real life. We were not going to wait that long. Freddie Galvis is up. We're going to check for an error. And that is going to be a 9. So it's going to come off of Galvis's card. 82, left-hander, and that's going to be an out. And what kind of out is it? It's going to be an out to, what is he? An RN. RN is G3A, as you can see there. So it's down to first base. That's Zimmerman. Here's this card right here. He is an error of 3. So we're going to flip off the next card to see if it works. And nope, no error. And that's going to be a 3 unassisted. And the Nationals are going to get out of this mess that Guntry put us into. It's 3-0 lead right after 1. And now they got to fight all the way back. And they got to go do it against Aaron Nola. Again, this game was over quickly in the first, as Jeremy Guntry in real life let 10 runs in 2/3 of an inning. Ryan Zimmerman's up. So check for an error. 12. This one's coming off of Zimmerman. 13. Right-hander. And that's going to be base hit into left field. It's Howie Kendrick. Howie Kendrick is... Howie Kendrick. In left field, he's an E1. So we will flip over the next card. Is it an error? No, it's not an error. So it's going to be base hit, Howie Kendrick, or Ryan Zimmerman, sorry. And he is aboard. D Steeler, probably not going to go anywhere. Jason Worth is up. Jason Worth. And 2, so we can ignore it. 8, Aaron Nola, right-hander. 2-7, so it's coming off a worse card. 58 righty, 58 walks him. So 2 men of on for the Nationals, and that brings up Anthony Rendon. Nobody out here for Aaron Nola. And a 5. This one is coming off of Nola. 36 right-hander, 36. Strike him out. Swing and a miss by Anthony Rendon. That brings up Matt Wieters, 1 out now, 2 men on. Matt Wieters, 6. And that's going to be a CD check against the LN. Let's see what happens. LN, CD check of LN is center fielder. That's Herrera out there in center field. And he's a 4 in the outfield. So a 4 in the outfield. And a 64. 4 and a 64 is dazzling diving catch on a shot in the gap. Runner on third scores. Everyone else holds. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Matt Wieters is out. And that brings up the pitcher spot. Romaro. And they got no choice but to let him bat. No choice. He is a left-hander. And that is a 6. It's coming off of Nola. 74. Lefty will be an out. And what kind of out is it? And again, we're going to look under the pitcher card. And that is going to be a ground ball to third. 5-3 on the putout. And so promising inning, but nothing to show for it. We go to the bottom of the second. Still 3-0 Phillies. And due up is Aaron Nola, actually. Aaron Nola is up. He is a right-hander. And that is going to be a error check. 10. So it's coming off of Nola's card. 53 is a strikeout. No error check needed. So Aaron Nola with a swing and a miss. That brings up Cesar Hernandez. And we can flip back over to our chat in case anyone stops by. Cesar Hernandez. 6. So that's going to be a BD check, but we can ignore it. Reroll. Because there's no one on base. So Cesar Hernandez. 6. And this is going to be a CD check. So against the lefty, he's an RN. And RN says, anytime this comes up, we're going to just ignore it and we're going to flip the card again. Not that I think these are all random as well, but yeah, you know what? Yeah, anytime this comes up, we'll just flip again. All right. So there we go. So as long as it's a number there. All right. So he's an RN. And CD check is going to be on the pitcher. So this is going to be Romero. And he's a CD of 0. CD of 0 for the pitcher. That can't be good. And let's see what he gets. 37. And a 37 says... Hard grounder gets up the middle single. Runners advance 2 bases, but no one's on, fortunately. So Cesar Hernandez with the single. And again, he's a B plus. Romero's a B minus, so he'll actually stay a B. And I don't know if he wants to take off with just a B rating. Up 3-0. He's going to let Howie Kendricks swing away. And once again, it's going to be a CD check. So the lefty is an RP. So we'll flip this. CD for RP is right fielder. That's Bryce Harper. Harper is a 3. 3 out there in right field. 3 and a 57 for the outfielder. 3 and a 57, and that's in the column by itself again. Fielder cuts ball off before it gets by him. Single, runners advance 1 base. So back-to-back singles. And only 1 out for Romero against Asdrubal Herrera. And that is a 5. So it's coming off of Romero's card. 44 lefty. Strikes him out. Swing and a miss by Herrera. And that brings up Miguel with 2 outs. And that is a 12. It's coming to Franco, and 11. And that's going to be a single. Base hit into left field. In the left field. And let's see what happens with the runner on second now. It came off of the batter's card. So we're going to flip the next card, and it went to left field, so we're going to look in this line right here and see what happens. So, actually, nope, I'm sorry. We're going to look at this line to see if the runner moves up. So we're going to, can I stretch this now? I can't. Oh, damn it. All right. So we'll flip again, and... Ooh, it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be a challenge as he's coming in, Cesar Hernandez. And it looks like the throw from Worth. And now we're going to look down here on the challenge. And what does it say? Flip the next one. And he is safe on a T1 to T5. What is Worth out there? Is he got how strong is his arm? He's only a T2, so he's going to be safe on the base hit. So that's going to be a single plus. And another run comes in for the Phillies. It's now 4-0, 2 outs, and Michael Saunders is up at the plate. Romero trying to get through this inning. 10. It's coming off of Saunders' card. 86, though. It's going to be an out. And he, against the lefty, is an LP. Out of LP. And it's a ground ball down to third. We'll go 5-3 on the putout. And there you go. Whew. Could have been worse. It's only 4-0. Aaron Nola just cruising right along. Trey Turner back up. That's a 1, so we're going to check for an error. 9, that's going to come off of Trey Turner, 61 righty, 61, and that is an out. Trey Turner is an RP. What kind of out is it? It's a ground ball to first, That's Joseph, who's right here. He is an error of 3. So we'll flip up a card. Is it an error? No, it's not. It'll be 3 unassisted for Trey Turner. Adam Eaton is up. Hopefully I'm explaining this okay for you guys. Hopefully. Adam Eaton. 10. That's going to come off of Eaton's card. 65, though. Right-hander, 65 is an out. He's an LN. LN is ground ball to the pitcher. 1-3 put out. No error check needed because we rolled a 4 there. Brings up Bryce Harper. And Harper is coming off a NOLA 31 lefty. 31 is a strikeout. So Nola just cruising through the first 3 innings. And Washington struggling minorly here in this game. And it looks like they're going to bring in oh boy. They're going to bring in Joe Blanton is going to come in. Even though replay says he's tired, he's not tired for us. He's got at least an inning. Joe Blanton, where are you, buddy? There you are. So Joe Blanton's coming in. Let's see what kind of day Joe Blanton's going to have. 41, normal day. Good, good. I like to see that. Makes things a little bit easier in trying to remember if he was a +1 or -1. All right, Blanton in against Tommy Joseph. And that's coming off of Blanton's card. And that will be an 86. That'll be an out. Against the righty, he's an RP. That's a deep fly to right for the out. Cameron Rupp is up. Cameron, 217 average against Joe Blanton. 8. This is coming off of Rupp's card. 71 is a hit. Oh, the only number hit by a pitch, and that's what it is. Freddie Galvis, 1 on, 1 out. 4 is coming off of Blanton. 31. He'll be coming from the left-hand side. 31. And that is an out, actually. Versus a righty. He's an LN. That's a G1A. So G1A, I think, is a... Yep, it's going to be a 1-3 put out. Runner moves up. Brings up Aaron Nola against Joe Blanton. And that's a 6. So, Nola is a righty, so it's coming off of Blanton's card. 12, that's going to be trouble. That is base hit into left field. This came off the pitcher card, so let's see. It is a even number. Even number. So I think if it comes off the pitcher card, the way it does it is, if it's an odd number, it's 1 base. If it's even number, it's always 2 bases if it comes off the pitcher card. Since this is an even number, it's going to be 2 bases, and that is going to be another run. Aaron Nola with an RBI single into left as it gets by Turner. It's 5-0. And that brings up Cesar Hernandez. And error check, 5. Lefty, and that's coming off of Hernandez's 42. 42 is a strikeout. Just barely, but it is a strikeout. So no error check needed. We go to the top of the 4th. It's 5-0. Nola just cruising along. Daniel Murphy. And it's coming off of Nola, 35. Lefty, 35. Strike him out. Murphy swinging a miss. Zimmerman, 9. This is coming off of Zimmerman, 32. Right-hander, 32. And that one's hit well by Ryan Zimmerman. And back to the wall is Hendrick to the warning track. Watches this one sail up into the crowd. Souvenir time. Ryan Zimmerman with the home run off of Aaron Nola. It's now 5-1 ball game. Jason Worth is up. And this one is a 75 off of Nola. So that'll be an out. He's an RP. It's going to be G5. And 2 outs for Anthony Rendon. Nobody on. And error check 9. That's coming off of Rendon. 12. Base hit into left. Base hit into left. And that is Kendrick. His card happens to be right here. That's great. He's only an error 1. Let's see if we get an error. 8-20, but that's too high. So that is going to be just a single by Rendon. Brings up Matt Wieters. Pitcher spot on deck. Maybe a pinch hitter for Blanton. We'll see. 7 off of Nola. 18 lefty. Base hit into center field. So again, that is even. Even is 1 base. Odd is 2 bases. Even, odd, O, 1, O. So that's easy to remember, right? So that's a 1 base hit. Or, yeah. That brings up Blanton's spot. If you got any chance of coming back, now would be a good chance to dump Blanton and go with a pinch hitter. Yeah, Blanton. Yeah, they're gonna go to. Let's see, who do they go to in real life here to pinch hits? Let's see, William Defoe. Okay, so it's gonna be William Defoe coming in. William Defoe. Big opportunity here. He's a switch hitter against Aaron Nola. 2 men on, 2 outs. Top of the 4th. It's coming off Aaron Nola, 65. Lefty will be an out. Against the right-hander, he's an LN. That's a fly ball to right, and that will do it. So Defoe couldn't get the magic, and now we need to get a new pitcher. And it's going to be Oliver Perez, I think. Oliver Perez, the left-hander. Let's see what kind of day he's going to have here. Uh-oh, 82, but I think 82 is the last number in the range, isn't it? Let's see, the Phillies. No, it's 83 is the last number, so he's going to have a normal day. Okay. So Perez is in. A lefty against Howie Kendrick. That is a 9. So it's coming off of Kendrick's 51 lefty. Strikes him out. So Perez comes in. Swing and a miss by Kendrick. Swing and a miss. And that brings up Asdrubal Herrera. 5-1's your score. Bottom of 4. Asdrubal Herrera. 7 versus the lefty is coming off of Perez. 22 lefty. 22. That's going to be ground ball. That's going to second base. 4-3 in the putout. Nobody's on, or it would have been probably a double play. Miguel Franco. Oop, foul ball. Miguel Franco again. 10, it's coming off of Franco's card. 58 lefty. That'll be an out. And against the lefties, an RP. It's ground ball to short. And that's going to do it. We go to the top of the 5th, and due up is Trey Turner. Aaron Nola. 5 is coming up from Nola, but 13 against a right-hander, and that's going to be base hit into left field for Trey Turner. Trey Turner is a double-A stealer, so he's going to try. He's got to try and get in the scoring position, at least try and get a run back. All right, Nola is a C, so it actually... An A stealer becomes a double A stealer against a C holder. 23, that's going to be steal, no problem. So Trey Turner is going to steal second after the single. Keeps out of the double play as well for Adam Eaton. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Aaron Nola against Adam Eaton. And that is an 11. It's coming off Eaton. 22. Right-hander, 22. And that is base hit into right field. Base hit into right. Runner is on second. And we'll flip a card to see if he comes in. Flip the card. Runner at second. So it came off the batter card. And it was a 22, so it was an even number. Even RN. So he's going to score against a T1 to T5. And that was to right field. That's Saunders. Here's his card right here in front of us. He is a T2, so that he will go and come in on the base hit. So single plus by Eaton, and just like that is a 5-2 ball game. Adam Eaton is a B Steeler. B plus. He will turn into an A, so he's thinking about stealing against Aaron Nola. He will turn into an A. And 25, he's in there, no problem. So steals off an Aaron Nola. And he gets in scoring position for Bryce Harper. Still nobody out. Here at the top of the 5th, can the Nationals mount a comeback? Bryce Harper's at the plate. And that is a 7, so it's coming off a Nola's card. But a 15 could be trouble. 15, and that is base hit into center field. 15, base hit off the pitcher card. That is only a one baser, though. Remember, odd number, 15, odd, one base. So that's just going to be a single by Harper, and they're going to hold Eaton. And that brings up Murphy now, who represents the tying run, actually, against Aaron Nola. Nobody out. Defense is going to play, they're going to play corners in. They're going to play corners in. So Franco and Joseph, they're going to come in. Harper, what's his run rating? He is a D Steeler, D plus actually. But he will hold. And Eaton. So Joseph and Franco playing at the edge of the grass just in case. And here comes the pitch. It's a 6, so that's going to be a CD check. And a CD check. Murphy, right-hander, is an LP. So let's see what kind of CD check on the LP. And we ignore this again. So we flip the next one. And LP is second base. The second base is not playing in. So he will get his full range. Hernandez at second is a 2. He is a 2 at second base. So runners at first and third. And it's hard ball to Hernandez. 55 and a 2. 55 and a 2. Can't get to the grounders. Back up the middle. Single, runners advance 2 bases, and boy, oh boy, this game is starting to get a little more interesting as it's 5-3 now as Murphy drills that one back up the middle. Base hit against Noah, and same defense for Philadelphia. Corners are going to be in, Franco and Joseph. Zimmerman is up. Still nobody out, and we got an error check. 6, so it's coming off of Nola, 61, right-hander, and that will be an out. Zimmerman is an RP, so let's see what kind of out it is. It is an FD7. All right, so now we're going to do an error check on the left fielder. That's Howie Kendrick. Howie, left field is an error of only 1, E1. So let's flip FD7 with the runner at third. Hang on a second. FD7, runner at third. The runner from third will come home on this. Let's see if there's an error, though. And it's got to be a 1. No, it's a 16-20. So no error check on Kendrick. But the runner is going to score on the flyout. We got to detail this one. to fly out left field, and the runner is going to come home safe. He will hold. And it's now 4-5 ball game. It was 5-0 at one point. That brings up Jason Worth. Murphy's at first with 1 out. And that is a 6 Nola 55 right-hander, and 55 will be an out. Worth is an RP. RP of G5, and that's going to be a double play. 5, 4, 3. Anytime there's no A or X, it's always a double play, I believe. Let me just double check. G5. Runners at first. Yep, 5, 4, 3 double play. And that's a killer, but the Nationals trying to come back in this one. They're down just 1, and they've been knocking Aaron Nolan around. He will not be in this game much longer. That brings up Michael Saunders against Perez. 6. It's coming off of Perez's card, 64 lefty, and that'll be an out. He is an LP. Ground ball down to first. We'll take that unassisted to the bag. Tommy Joseph, 1 out. Bottom of 5, halfway home here in Philly. 7, right-hander. That's going to come off of Joseph's card, but an 82 will be an out. He's an RP versus a lefty. That's a ground ball to second. That brings up Cameron Rupp, 2 up, 2 down. 10, it's coming off of Rupp. Left-hander, 56. Strikes him out. And we go to the top of the 6th still. 5-4 is your score. And Anthony Rendon, 4. It's coming off of Nola, 64 righty. And that will be an out. He's an RP. That will be a fly ball to center field. And making the catch out there is Herrera. That brings up Matt Wieters. And 8, so it's coming off a Wieters card. 75 against the right. He's going to be a little too high. He's an LN. LN is F9 on the putout. And that brings up the pitcher spot, but Perez is going to be done anyways. So they're going to bring in, it's going to be Stephen Drew who's going to come in, the left-hander. Try and finish off Aaron Nola if he can get a base hit here. Maybe he'll chase him. Noah, 71, lefty's an out. He's an LN, and what kind of out is that? That's going to be a fly ball. Short left field. Going back is Galvis, and he's going to reach up with his bare hand and catch that one. That's going to retire this side. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And pitching for the Nationals is going to be... It's going to be, who's it going to be? We're only in the bottom of the 6th. We need 6, 7, 8, 9. Who do we have? Trident, Kelly, Glover. Trying to see if any of these guys are go any longer than any of the others, but most of them are 3s, so looks like it might be Glover here. See if I can find Kelly's card. Kelly, where's Kelly? Kelly. Sean Kelly, here he is. He's a 3 as well. And of course, our good friend Blake Trident is a 4. Let's see, they're both right-handers. I'm going to keep their cards available for us in case we need them. So yeah, we'll bring in Glover. Coda Glover. And he'll be facing off against Frenny Galvis. Frenny error, possibly. 5 is going to come off a Glover's card. 38 lefty. 38 will be an out. And against the righties, an LN. Grounder is short. We do need to roll for Mr. Glover. Mr. Glover is, 85. That's going to be a -1. I believe 85. 84 to 86 is a -1. So he's at 2 to 5, 2 to 9. 2 to 5, 2 to 9. I'll have to try to remember he's a -1. All right, so Galvis is out of there. That brings up Aaron Nola's spot, but I don't think they're going to keep going with Nola. And they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And who do they have on the bench here? Against the right-hander, they have a bunch of switch hitters, that is for sure. Andrew Knapp is one of them, and Andrew Knapp is going to get a shot at it here. Andrew Knapp is going to pinch hit. Coda Glover went out there in the bottom of the 6. Possible error chance. 6. He's going to be left-hander, and because he's having a bad day, it's not going to come off of his card. It's going to come off of Knapp's card. 47. Right-hander, 47 is a strikeout, though, by Andrew Knapp. And that brings up Cesar Hernandez. We're in the bottom of the 6, 2 outs. Another possible error chance, 4. That's coming off of Glover, 45, and he's going to be a lefty as well, and that'll be an out. Versus right-hander, he's an LN. Ground ball to second. And slow roller, and Murphy comes in, bare hand throw to Zimmerman, gets him, retires the side. We go to the 7th, and coming in to pitch is going to be, we've got the top of the lineup coming, Turner right-hander, Eaton a lefty, and then Harper a lefty. They're going to bring in the left-hander, Morgan. So it's Morgan in, Morgan. Morgan, where the hell is your card there, dude? Oh, Adam Morgan right there. Okay. Adam Morgan, I found it. So Morgan's in. Let's see what kind of day Adam Morgan's going to have. Glover again is having a bad day, so he's a -1 to all of his stats. And 28 is normal for Adam Morgan. So the lefties coming in to face off against Trey Turner. It is a 5-4 ball game. 6, and that's going to be a CD check. Trey Turner against the lefties in RN. What kind of CD check is it going to be? Oh, it's going to be on the catcher. That is Rupp. Rupp, the catcher. And let's see what his... Cameron Rupp is CD of 1. A CD of 1 for the catcher. A 1 and a 47. 147 is catcher still in the box. Infield single, runners advance a base. So Trey Turner, little number in front of the plate. Rupp throws his mask off. Can't find the ball. Trey Turner, Rupp finally finds it and throws to Joseph. Not in time. Base hit by Trey Turner, and he's already had 2 stolen bases, and he's thinking about another one. As the catcher Morgan, the pitcher, is a C, which will take him to a double-A stealer. He's already a double-A, so he will stay a double-A against Morgan. And 26, he's in there easy. So another stolen base by Trey Turner. And he is in scoring position with nobody out, the tying run. And Adam Eaton up. Trey Turner can even think about stealing third, to be honest, because He's got a 11 to 48% chance. That's a 50-50 shot of stealing third. But he's going to let Adam Eaton do some work for him here. And that is a 6 lefty, so it's coming off of Morgan. 14, though, that's going to be trouble. That is base hit into center field. That's even. Even is odd is 1, even is 2. So that's 2 base hit. And we got a tie ball game on the single by Adam Eaton. And the Nationals fight all the way back from 5-0 down. Tie this up here in the top of the 7th. The Bluebirds coming down here from Philadelphia. Adam Eaton might even think about stealing. He is a B. He'll go to an A, actually. Are we just getting lucky on those low rolls? I think we are. So we'll just let Harper hit a 2-run home run and we won't have to worry about it. That's a 5. Lefty. Morgan is coming off of Morgan. 72. That will be an out. Harper is an LN. Oh, G6. And that's going to be 6-4-3 double play. Maybe I should have stole. Because that is a twin killing. Daniel Murphy is up, 2 outs in the top of the 7th, and Adam Morgan, 7. Against the lefty, it's coming up from Morgan, 84, that's too high. He's an LN, and they're going to get out of this LN, and that's a ground ball down to first. 3 over to Morgan, covering the base, and that's going to do it. It's stretch time here in Philadelphia. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So it's root for the Nationals. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Alrighty. Glover staying in to face off against Howie Kendrick. Righty-righty matchup. Bottom of 7, 5-5 is your score. 7. Right-hander 2-9 instead of 2-10, but that is off of his card. 65 righty, and that'll be an out. He's an RN. It's going to be ground ball back to Glover. Glover gets off the mound quickly, and he'll underhander to Zimmerman. 1-3 on the putout. As Drupal Herrera, more Bluebirds coming down here as the Phillies with no hits in the last couple innings. Herrera, 8, lefty, it's coming off Herrera. 64, and that'll be an out. And he's an LN. Deep fly to center, and Eaton back to the warning track, makes the catch. The crowd got up off their seats as they thought that one had a chance, but wind coming in today just knocked that one down. Miguel Franco, that is an 8. So it's coming off of Glover, 28, right-hander, 28. And just barely strike him out. 28-47, so that is a strikeout. We go to the top of the 8th. Morgan against Ryan Zimmerman. And that is a 6. It's coming off of Morgan, 37, right-hander, 37, walked him. So the leadoff man is aboard. Zimmerman, not much of a stealer. That brings up Jason Worth. Jason Worth. 11 is coming off worst card, but 88, that is an out. Left-hander, RP. And, we ignore that. RP, a deep fly ball to left field. So Worth gave it a ride, just couldn't carry. Hendrick back to the warning track, makes the catch. That brings up Anthony Rendon, 1 out. And that is, we have not rolled a 1 or 6 in a long time. So 7 against the righty. This is coming off in Rendon, 48. 48. He walked him. So 2 men aboard. Runner gets into scoring position. And that brings up Matt Wieners. Oh, Matt, what can you do for us? And, here we go, right-handed. So they're going to leave Morgan in? I think not. I'm thinking... With one out, they're going to bring in Matt. They're going to bring in... they're going to bring in... they're going to bring in Pat Neshek, the right-hander, coming in to face off against Matt Wieters. What kind of day is Neshek going to have? Ooh, 22. That might be, what is that? 22, and that's a +1. So 2 to 8, 2 to 9 with the +1. So +1, -1 so far. Matt Wieters, 2 men on, 1 out. Neshek, the righty, here he goes. And 1 error chance, 5. 5. It's coming off a Neshek. 77 will be an out. And that will be a Wieters against the righties in LN. G3A. Runners move up on the play. It's going to be a 3 unassisted. That brings up the pitcher spot. And I think the Nationals are going to go to Adam Lind. Last chance here. Adam Lind. They're going to have pretty much nobody left, so they better do it now. 2 men in scoring position for Adam Lind, the lefty, against Pat Neshek, the righty. Neshek trying to get out of this top of the 8th tie ball game. 7, it's coming off of Neshek. 72, that will be an out. And he's an LP. It's a liner right at the first baseman, and that's going to do it. So the Nationals need a pitcher now for the bottom of the 8th. And it's going to be Kelly. What do we do with this card? There we go. Just going to keep these out. So it's going to be Sean Kelly for the Nationals. What kind of day is Mr. Kelly going to have? 5-5's your score. Oh no. 88. That is like the worst. That is going to be a -2. So he's going to drop from a 2 to 5 down to a 2 to 3. And a 2 to 4 down to a 2 to 2. So hardly anything is going to come off his card unless it's super, 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 super low. That is not going to be good. So Kelly might not be in this game long. Michael Saunders, we're in the bottom of the 8th. And that is a 9, so it's coming off a Saunders card. 47, right-hander, 47. Oh, the only number that walks him is a 47. And good, guess what? That's what he rolled. 47. He's an E Steeler. And Joseph is up. Joseph is a D sacrifice, though. Joseph not good at sacrificing. Oh, let's see if they have someone else. Altier. He's horrible. Nava. Let's see if Nava... Where the hell is this card? Oh, here it is. Nava is D. Altier is a D. Blanco. Blanco is a D. And Stastny is... I thought I saw his card. Where is his card? Stastny. Where are you? Stastny is a D. So they're all terrible at sacrificing. Every single one of them. So it's going to be up to Joseph Saunders is on first. He is E-Stealer, the worst you can get. So it's up to Joseph to hit him over against Kelly. Well, he got a good shot because Kelly is not 25 off of Joseph. Kelly, right-hander, 25, and that is going to be double into center field from Joseph. 25 is a double. Oh boy, this could be trouble. Runner on first with a double, and it was a 25. So runner at first with a double. It's an, let's see, it's 25, so that is an odd number. So A or A plus scores from first. Saunders is a base running of A. He's going to come in to score on the double. Wow. So Joseph, which we thought about taking out, and he rips it in the gap, and Eaton can't get to it. And Joseph just put his team in front. And I think that's going to be it for Sean Kelly, as they cannot afford another run. So new pitcher coming in, and it's going to be Blake Triton, the last man standing here. Let's see if he can get a good roll here. 43, so normal day for Blake Trident. And Cameron Rupp is up, runner at second. Cameron Rupp, terrible sacrifice. Joseph, no good at stealing. So it's up to Rupp to deliver against Blake Trident. The right-hander, 2-8 will come off of Trident's card. That is a 9. It's coming off of Rupp's card. 62, though, is going to be a strikeout. 27 to 66. Wow, it's a huge range. That is a strikeout. That brings up Freddie Galvis with one out. He is going to be coming from the left-hand side. So 4 to 7 comes off of Trident's card. That's a 9, and we got us. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 6 and a 9 means it's a BD check for Freddie Galvis. A BD check, and he rolled a 76, though, and that's going to be an out. Oh, he had a clutch batting attempt, and that is going to be an out. He's an LN. What kind of play is it going to be? LN. Ground ball to second. That'll move the runner up. 4-3 on the put out. And that brings up Neshek's spot, but you got your closer coming in, so it's gonna be Daniel Nava. Daniel Nava against Blake Trident. Nava is going to be coming from the left side. Joseph takes his lead at third. He's thinking about stealing home. That would be crazy, but it would be a surprise. What's Joseph? Oh, he's a D stealer. No, probably not. He's just taking a baby lead. Rendon's trying to sneak in behind him. Nava trying to get aside from Matt Wieters. Here comes the pitch. 3. It's coming off a Trident's card at least. Whoa, but a 15, that's going to be trouble. And that is base hit into left field, and Joseph's going to walk in on the single, and the Nava comes through with the base hit. 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 8th. And that brings up Hernandez. Nava's just going to wait patiently at first. 7. It's coming off a Trident's card. 84, that'll be an out. He's an LN. That is ground ball down to third. 5-3 on the putout. But the Nationals have scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. And that brings in their closer. It's either Neris or Gomez. Let's see who it is. And the Nationals are about ready to lose another game here to start the 2017 season. Neris had 26 saves. Gomez, on the other hand, had... Where's Gomez card? Gomez, where are you? Oh boy. I don't see his card. Which we should. Now let's just look one more time through the whole group here. And that is going to be Gomez. There he is. He only actually had 2 saves. Well, he's a 9th inning guy, but with the 2-run lead, they're going to give it to Neris, I think. They'll give it to Neris. Nope, up here. Hector Neris with his 26 saves. Comes in. Now, what kind of day is Neris going to have? 45, normal day. He'll be facing off the top of the lineup for the Nationals. Do not let Trey Turner on. He's a good stealer. Just saying. He's already got like 3 stolen bases today. Trey Turner against Neris. Oh, foul ball. So we won the dice. Run amok. And that is a 9. So it's coming up for Trey Turner. 75 against the righty, though, is a little bit too high. He's an RP. Deep fly to center field. 1 out. As Herrera makes the catch. Adam Eaton. Adam Eaton's up. Whoa. Another dice went flying. So that's a re-roll. Again, we haven't rolling a lot of 1s and 6s, which is maybe a good. I don't know. Oh, there you go. There's an error check, possibly. That is a 2, so it's coming up in nearest. 54 lefty is a walk, actually. So that brings up the tying run in the form of Mr. Harper. Bryce Harper. You don't intentionally walk him, I don't think. Neris waits on the sign. Here it comes. And that is an 8, so it's coming off of left-hander. It's going to come off of Neris's card, but 18, that could be trouble. Left-hander, 18, and that is going to be base hit into center field. Even number, that's going to be a 2-base advance. And just like that, Harper represents the tying run, and he's on first. Who's on first? It's going to be Bryce Harper. And it's Murphy time. And they don't care about the runner coming home. They care about Harper keeping him on. Joseph is going to hold him on first. Daniel Murphy against Hector Neris trying to close this one out in the top of the 9th. 7-5 is their score. 4, so we can ignore it. 8 versus a lefty means it's coming off of Neris. 37 lefty. 37 is a strikeout. And the Nationals are down in their last out, and that is Ryan Zimmerman. They could get this to come off of their card. They would stand a much better chance. 4-7 is coming off of Neris card. That's a 2. It's not. It's coming off of Zimmerman's card. 64 right-hander. 64 a walked him. 63-65 is a walk versus right-hander. So the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. That brings up Jason Worth. Here it comes. Worth is a right-hander, so 4-7 is coming off of Neris card. That's a 9 is coming off a Worth card, but 83 is out of range. And that's going to do it right. RP. Deep fly ball, left field. Howie Kendrick back to the warning track, back to the wall, and makes the catch. And the ball game is over. What a comeback by the Nationals, and then what a comeback by the Phillies to take this game. 7-5 in the bottom of the 8th. Pat Neshek goes 1-0. Sean Kelly drops to 0-1. Hector Neris with his second save. Zimmerman was the MVP. Let's go ahead and finish out today and see what happens in the other games. The Nationals dropped to 2-3 on the season. And let's see what happened in real life here. So Cleveland takes out Arizona 7-6 in 10 innings. Colorado beats the Dodgers 5-1. Milwaukee beats Chicago 8-7. Miami crushes the Mets 9-2. Philadelphia takes care of Washington 7-5. Pittsburgh crushes Atlanta 10-3. In 11 innings, it was the Dodgers over the Giants 3-2. St. Louis beats up Cincinnati 4-1. In the American League, it was the Seattle Mariners 9-6 over the Angels. The Yankees 10-7 over Baltimore. The Twins took out Chicago 4-3. Boston beats Detroit by 1, 6-5. Houston smashes Kansas City 6-1. Tampa Bay takes out Toronto 8-3. And the Oakland A's 9-5 over Texas. Let's see how things are going here. In the American League, it's Tampa Bay winning that division by half a game over Toronto. The Yankees are just a game and a half back. In the American League Central Division, it's Minnesota by a game and a half over Detroit. Cleveland 2 back. In the American League West, it's Houston by 2 games over Los Angeles, Oakland, and Seattle. In the National League, it is Miami with a 4-1 record, and followed by Atlanta, which is 1 back, and then Philadelphia and Washington, both 2 games back. In the Central Division, the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-1, winning the division over a half a game over the Cubs and the Reds. And in the West, it's tied between the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, and lurking 1 game back is Colorado and San Diego. Obviously, it's all very, 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 very early, but game of the day was Cleveland and Arizona, as Cleveland overcame Arizona after 10 innings. Play of the day was Jesus Aguilar for the Brewers. Bottom of the 9th, Milwaukee batting man on second with 2 outs, trailing 7-6. Jesus Aguilar singles, driving in the run to tie the ball game. It's good for him. Well, there you go. That is what happened from April 8th, 2017. The Nationals, they go down to the Phillies in this one by your final of, what was our final again? It was 7-5. That's what it was. Good game all the way around. It was a 5-0 blowout, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, as the Nationals came all the way back. And then it was a close one. And then the Phillies got 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. And that was a killer, really. It was, let's see, bottom of the 8th. It was Sean Kelly coming in, and he decided to walk Michael Saunders, who then doubled. Saunders scored. Trinan came in, struck out Rupp, and then a ground out by Galvis moved Joseph to third. And then the big hit, Daniel Nava, get that extra run in on the single, and 5-3 ground out by Cesar Hernandez. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. 1 left on base. Philadelphia 7-5. What a game. What a game. Alrighty, that is Status Pro Advanced Dice with, of course, a little bit of help from the flipper. So the only thing I'm really getting from the flipper is the CD checks and the out results and the base running advancing, which does help. Speeds up the game because you don't need to roll on the charts and everything like that. So that's, I think that might be a good addition to keep that going. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Anyways, we'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and take care until the next time we get together. Alrighty, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.